recently the Cabinet sanctioned a review of the electronic travel authorization system here in Kenya, and that is led by you,
Yes.
I believe. And so my question is, earlier this year in January, we saw the ETA system come in. What
Yes.
have been some of the biggest insights, learnings, things that you have witnessed with the ETA system and its impact on the tourism sector?
Yes, earlier in the year, His Excellency the President did announce that Kenya is now visa-free, especially on the backdrop that Kenya is the home of human origin.
Yes.
And it did not make sense to ask people to get visas to go home, as it were. And that was received very well in the world. But there was also need to introduce the ETA, Electronic Travel Authorization, because then you have to vet, appraise, and check who is coming into the country. Basically, that is why you have an ETA. So that was implemented. And the announcement of visa-free, we have seen from the data quite an increase of travelers across. So it's a good thing to be visa-free. And that has facilitated a lot of entry, received very positively. We have also, however, received some concerns about the process, the kind of documentation that is required, the duration from various stakeholders. We have also seen a report that is produced by the African Union together with Africa Development Bank, a report known as Africa Visa Openness Index,
Yes.
which then ranks Kenya slightly lower than where it was before, and actually quite low in the East African community. What we have done is that we have gone through that report, and basically that report says there is a very thin line between asking for a visa and the ETA based on the ease of filling and getting the ETA. So we have looked at the whole report. We have seen things that we need to do. We need to review the ETA to make it quicker, to make it faster. And one of the biggest recommendations from that report and from travelers is that it should be for multiple entry, so that if you have your ETA now, you can probably use it for a year or 2 years, because currently you need an ETA every time you travel to Kenya. There is also feedback that probably we are asking for a lot more information that can be available if it is linked into the immigration data,
Yes.
so that it is picked automatically. The other feedback that we need to work on is that we need to have ETA process using the 6 UN languages and probably many more languages for ease of many more travelers.
Yeah, accessibility,
Yes,
inclusion
and all that. And then for the last minute travelers, they prefer to come and get the authorization or visas at the entry, because an ETA may take 72 hours, and maybe the last minute traveler has just decided, I want to go to Kenya. So we want to see how to encourage the last minute travelers. Also, if you are on ETA, it has been difficult to extend your stay. The first meeting we will have when we resume in January will be multi-sectoral for us to look at what we need to do to make the ETA of better use and therefore improve our visa openness index.